If I ask you to name some of the hardest and most dangerous circuits in the world of motorsport, you may name the likes of Monaco and the Nürburgring Nordschleife. However, what if I was to tell you there was a track that beat them both to being named as the most dangerous circuit in the world? That circuit is Macau. The first event there was held in 1954 for local car enthusiasts to go racing. The Guia Circuit is 6.2 kilometres or 3.8 miles of tight corners, hairpins, fast corners, as well as massive amounts of elevation and also being ridiculously bumpy. It's known for being one of the most challenging race circuits in the world and is often compared to Monaco, but even faster and more dangerous. You may now be thinking to yourself, well, Ollie, what makes this track so special? Well, fast straights like the Mandarin Oriental Bend and the Main Straight make the circuit ridiculously fast, with cars sometimes reaching speeds of 170 miles an hour. Combining this high speed with ridiculously tight corners makes this circuit even harder. One of the corners on the circuit, the Macau hairpin, also known as the tightest corner in the world of motorsport, is actually prohibited to pass at. And to top it off, the fact the circuit has no runoff areas, walls everywhere and multiple blind corners makes it all that more difficult for drivers to race around. By combining the difficulties of the circuit as well as the drama that always unfolds, you have the prestige that Macau holds. Winning here is like a badge of honour and is seen sometimes as a stepping stone to Formula 1. Touring cars and motorbike racing also goes on here, so if you succeed, there's a very high chance you will go to the very top. As stated at the start of the video, the first ever Macau Grand Prix was in 1954. It was 51 laps around the 3.8 mile circuit and lasted just over 4 hours. It took 12 years for the reputation of the circuit to reach Europe, and the first imported winner of the event was none other than Italian Mauro Bianchi. It took him just over 3 hours to go around the circuit 60 times. 1978 hosted the 25th anniversary of the Macau Grand Prix and hosted the Race of Giants. Participants in this race included Jack Brabham, Phil Hill, Denny Hulme, Jackie Ickx and Sterling Moss, marking the early pedigree of this circuit. 1983 was another landmark year for the event, marking the 30th Macau Grand Prix and the first ever FIA Formula 3 World Cup. And this event was won by a small known Brazilian that I'm sure we will never hear of again. Also on the podium with him was Gerhard Berger. The 1990s was where future Formula 1 greats really started to emerge at the Macau Grand Prix. In 1990, Mika Hakkinen was in second place and went for a move for the lead on the last lap. Unfortunately, he hit the rear of the leader and was unable to finish the race. The leader in that race, and who eventually went on to win, was none other than 7-time Formula 1 World Champion Michael Schumacher. Just a year after this historic battle, a future teammate of Mika Hakkinen, David Coulthard, went on to win the race. In 1995, Ralf Schumacher, the brother of Michael, the 7-time world champion, also won the event. 2004 perhaps included the most stacked field the race has ever seen, with 4 national Formula 3 champions and 3 sons of former world champions. Christian Jones, the son of Alan Jones, competed, Nico Rosberg, son of Keke Rosberg, and Nelson Piquet Jr., son of, Nelson Piquet. Also racing in that weekend was Lewis Hamilton, Robert Kubica and Sebastian Vettel. 2009 also saw some future stars of motorsport take part as well. Indy 500 winner Marcus Ericsson was there. Also, there was multi-time Formula 1 race winners Valtteri Bottas and Daniel Ricciardo, and also the 2024 World Endurance Championship Hypercar winner Laurens Vanthoor. In 2014, a young Dutch driver qualified 24th for the Macau GP. On the Sunday, he ended up finishing the race in 7th in an unheard of performance. That man was 4-time Formula 1 World Champion Max Verstappen. Unfortunately, with the highs of the event, we do as well have to speak about the lows. In 2018, we saw the first ever female Formula 3 point scorer, Sophia Flourish, have a horrific crash at the Macau circuit. I mean, just look at this. It is terrifying. Alongside the successes of these future Formula Series racing drivers, there are also motorbike events and touring car events that take part here at Macau as well. Unfortunately, if I was to include all of the history and the lore from those series as well, I could be here for absolutely hours. Today, the Macau circuit still hosts the Formula 3 event, and this year will be in November from the 14th to the 16th. Just last year, McLaren Junior driver and Formula 3 driver Ugo Ukachukwu won the event in great fashion, and the year prior to that, Formula 2 title contender for this year, Luke Browning, also won the race, showing the prestige and pedigree this event still holds. So, to answer my question in the title of this video, is this circuit more dangerous than Monaco? Firstly, we need to speak about the glaringly obvious similarities the two circuits have. The similarities include that they are both super narrow and technical tracks and are very unforgiving. However, I believe Macau is slightly more dangerous. With Monaco being a Formula 1 circuit, the safety regulations for the track have gone up massively over the years, and although compared to other tracks on the calendar it may still be seen as very dangerous, in retrospect to racing in general, it's quite a safe circuit. The bumpiness, the high speeds, and the outrageous amounts of elevation around Macau makes it one of the most tricky and dangerous circuits in the world. Not to mention that motorbikes somehow go around here too, and has been compared on danger levels to the likes of the Isle of Man TT. In short, Monaco is glamorous, technical, historic, and relatively safe. On the other hand, Macau is dangerous, high speed, raw, unforgiving, and still to this day one of the most dangerous circuits in all of motor racing. Let me know your thoughts on the circuit down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching very, very much, and I'll be back next Sunday with another video.